Hey Danon, it's Jeremy. Hey, I wanted to show you a little video, kind of again show the progress here in this last little stretch, and talk to you about a couple of issues. So I had my lender came and we did a walkthrough inspection like we've been doing. This would be the fourth or fifth one he's done, and this one didn't go so well. This one's about the money that they're going to give me that will be going towards your principal payment that we're supposed to have at 90 days. And he's kind of putting some conditions on it. Before he'll release me that money, he wants a few things to happen that are part of our contract, and so he wants to make sure that those happen before he gets the money, because he doesn't want you guys to get the money and kind of split it up and then everybody disappears again, kind of like last time. And this is kind of our last um, I guess piece of leverage is what probably he would call it, where after this you guys probably aren't gonna be that excited about splitting up the monthly payment. um, so until I pay off the whole thing in that big balloon, I assume you guys probably aren't gonna be thinking about this stuff that much. Anyway, so I want to show you a couple of the things that he wants done, and I obviously want them done too. It's not that big a deal, but we need those things done before he'll release me the money. So it's the 17th today, Sunday the 17th of February. 90-day mark is the 27th by my count, so that's 10 days from now. I think it's next Wednesday. So I just want to kind of give you guys a to-do list here and make sure you understand where the lender stands, and really I'm at his mercy because it's his money, and if he doesn't give me the money, I don't have any money to give you. So anyway, first issue here is furniture still on the porch. This is, I told Rhonda she could put a couple things on the porch to keep them out of the rain for like a couple days until she got them out, and they've been here the whole time. So that stuff over there, that's my stuff, so don't worry about that. We're refinishing an old tub that we found and stuff, but this is part of that set here, and this old hutch, and then this furniture out here in front of the tack room. So what we said was that your mom could keep things inside the tack room, and I'm gonna stand by that even after this 90 days. I told her she could keep stuff in here until she gets settled, so that's fine if stuff's locked away in the tack room. And then after this point where nobody lives here anymore or has stuff here anymore, if she tells me a day ahead of time, hey, I'm going to come over and get some stuff out of the tack room, that'll be okay. But this stuff in front of the tack room is not okay. It just needs to be inside the tack room. And honestly, this stuff's getting ruined. This is nice furniture, and it's mostly sheltered from the rain right here, but it'll be ruined. It won't have any value if it stays here. So this stuff needs to go somewhere, and if you want me to just get rid of it, I can do that. I can find somebody that'll take this, no problem. So I just need to either know that this stuff's going to go, or get the green light that I can give it away to somebody. I have some friends that like restore old furniture and stuff like that. I'm sure they'd be happy to take it. So that's issue number one. I'm going to pause this while I walk to other places. So just a second. Okay, over here is issue number two, which is, basically Rhonda and Jimmy's area. There's a little bit of junk over there. But there's still a lot of stuff in here. Your mom did actually do a lot of work kind of moving stuff out of the area out here and piling it up. That'll go to issue number four, because the stuff just got moved to the back field. They didn't actually really take much away. So there's just a lot of stuff here still. And I think a lot of it is like Jimmy's stuff that your mom doesn't want to throw away, and she's like waiting on Jimmy to get it or something. I don't know, but there's there's a lot of random stuff. This old truck and things. The tanning bed. There's still a lot of stuff in this shed. I've only been in there one time. Jimmy showed me But he had a lot of tools and things that were like from his dad. So those need to go. This trailer needs to go. And this big trailer needs to go. And I don't know if anybody has a fifth wheel. And we kind of talked about that, and you said you were going to look into that. So I'm hoping that maybe you guys have found some sort of solution, because there's a lot of fifth wheels around that need to be moved. So this needs to be moved out of here, and all this stuff needs to be moved out of here by the 90-day mark, which is 10 days from now. Some random other stuff. Trash. A lot of trash still. They've tried to burn some things, but really honestly nothing has left this property that I know of. The only thing that's happened is they've had some burn piles, and they'll pile stuff out here, and every once in a while they'll just move it out to the back field, and that's really irritating to me, and especially to my lender, because we spent about $6,000 clearing out that trash pile that was back here, and we have pictures of what it looked like after we were done, and there was nothing back here other than the pile of tires that's over there and a little bit of scrap that's over here. I'm going to pause this until I get a little closer. Okay, and we're in the middle of it so you can see now. So there was a little bit of scrap over here, basically the stuff that's straight ahead, and then there was just tons of extra trash that just showed up here. And I've had Sheila working on it. She's put in about 15 hours. She charged me $15 an hour. Pulling it out and burning it. But there was just a mountain right here, which was really frustrating after we cleaned the whole place up. That, all of a sudden there's more trash. And, this washer and dryer, your mom said she wanted those, so I pulled them out and put them over by the trailer. And then that stuff ends up here. These seats, this oven that your mom said she wanted to keep. And it was just like, they had it piled up over there like they're going to keep it, and then one day they just decided, well, we'll just go dump it back out in the field. That stuff was here. That's all. All this stuff's new. They just dragged it out here and dumped it here instead of hauling it off. This little trailer here was here. That's the only thing that was here, though. It's this little trailer and this engine block, because it was too heavy for me to pick up. But the deal out here was, I got the big dumpsters, and I told everybody, if they want to put stuff in the dumpsters, they can do it. And that was here for like a week, and basically nobody put anything in the dumpsters but me. So that wasn't saying that people can just come out here and dump their trash. That part was done. That was checked off my list with the lender, and you wouldn't believe how irritated he is that the trash is coming back. And we have 3 security cameras on the property that have been out here for about a month and a half. And I told Rhonda and I told Roger. So we have video people dumping trash out there 4 different times. And so that's not okay. That stuff needs to go. The stuff over there, that was here. I hadn't got back to that stuff. But there's trash there, the trash over there, and there's some scrap. And it's not an enormous problem, but it's a problem, and it's a condition that the lenders put here. So it's that stuff and the stuff out here. And the lender's really worried, when this 90-day mark, that, well, it's just going to be left here and we'll never, hear from you guys again. Or that they're just going to put it out in the back field, move all this shit out in the back field. And neither of those things are okay. So the stuff needs to be hauled away to the dump. Not left here. So really everything that's here needs to be gone in 10 days. Or he's not giving me the check, and he's holding it until the stuff is gone. So I just need you to understand that. And I'm not mad. I mean, it's frustrating, but I don't hold it against any of you guys. I'm I'm not mad. I don't want to, you know, punish you or anything, but we need to have both sides of the contract met, and that means this stuff needs to go. Roger's been, you know, doing a pretty good job of getting ready to go, I think. You know, he cleared most of the stuff out of the shop. There's some stuff in there. You know, I'm not really worried about it. If I make a dump run, I can throw a couple things in the back of the truck, and it isn't awful. But he's got the truck and the trailer over there. That trailer's really loaded with stuff. He's got this box truck, and I think he's got it fixed now, which is great. I think that's because of the money you loaned him, which is good. That needed to happen. And then, you know, the trailer he's living in. So those need to go too. Those need to be gone. You know, so that's basically the gist of it. There's some other stuff back here behind the trailer, and so that needs to go too. But that's basically the to-do list that the lender said. You know, the stuff out front needs to go, that furniture, everything over there, Roger's stuff, and the trash out here that isn't scrap. I can probably handle all the scrap stuff. It'll take me several trips, but you know, it's not a huge deal. One of the biggest hurdles is getting somebody that can move a fifth wheel trailer. I don't know if there's any actual planning for that or not, but that could be difficult. So I just want to be clear that we got 10 days. It's possible for me to meet that. The lender's ready to give me the money. You know, on my end, the stuff I'm doing in the house and things like that, those conditions are met for the lender. But these other things, that's a big milestone that he's going to be hard on. So I just need you guys to know that that's needing to happen. And really what's supposed to happen at that 90-day mark, which is, again, the 27th, is nobody's supposed to be coming back. You know, there's not supposed to be any reason for anybody to come back because everything's supposed to be gone. So at that point, I can lock the gate and nobody's supposed to be here. And I don't know what's going to happen if you guys don't have the stuff out. At that point, I am going to be locking that gate and changing the combo, because at that right, nobody has the right to be here. If they are here, they're trespassing if I don't give them permission. Okay, so probably what would happen at that point is, you know, we'd still have the to-do list. I'd come back here, you know, on the 27th and say, okay, you know, this stuff's gone, but this stuff isn't. This is what's left, and you guys will need to basically make an appointment. So like, it'll be like, hey, we're coming out on Saturday to move the trailers. You know, that's cool. I'll open the gate for you guys. You can bring in whatever, move the trailers, and then when you leave, I relock the gate, and again, nobody's allowed to be here. So that could, you know, really delay things. I mean, obviously it's gonna be hard to organize, you know, people coming out here, because, you know, basically nothing's been happening. Nobody's helping. Nobody has vehicles, you know. It just has to happen. So this could delay things a lot for you guys to get at the principal payment. You know, it's basically just gonna be this lender holding to the conditions. So if it takes you months to get this shit out of here, he's gonna hold the money for months. You know, so I just need you to understand that's where he is, and he's a lawyer, so it's not like, you know, I mean, he knows what the rules are. The other option, if we don't want to deal with all that, you know, ridiculousness, is to figure out, and this is what would happen. You know, I don't want it to come to this, but you know, usually if we were in this situation and all this stuff was left behind, there'd be, you know, some sort of a court thing where, you know, I go to court and say, hey, these people were supposed to get this stuff out of here, they didn't, and then the court would award me, you know, like a fine basically, or, you know, something like that. And that's what he suggested, really, was what he wants me to do, is lock the gate. Nobody's allowed to come out here. If anybody does come out here, he wants me to call the cops. period. He doesn't want anybody coming back, and then he wants us to take basically suing you guys, and I don't want to do that. But the other option would be the kind of the realtor side. That's the lawyer side. He's a lawyer. I'm a realtor. Realtors work with people in real life and work things out. That's what I do. So the other option is we can come to some agreement, which is like, hey, it's going to cost me, whatever it is. I think it's a lot of money to try to dispose of these trailers, like at a dump. I don't know what it would be, but I could figure that out. Figure out, hey, it's going to cost me, $3,000 to dispose of these trailers, and an extra $500 to get rid of this trash, something like that. And then instead of you guys cleaning the place up, we just sign a document that says, hey, we're reducing the principal payment by $3,500. That's just a number I'm pulling out of the air. I don't know what the number would be, but if we could do something like that, and then it's cut and dry, and instead of whatever the payment is 11,000 something, you get 8,000 something, and then we're just done, and everybody's done, and it's clean that way, and that would be nice. I mean, I don't want to deal with this shit, so I'd rather you guys just move it, but that would be clean, and there'd be no drama, and there'd be no reason for anybody to come back, which would really make Kaya happy. She's really pissed about anytime anybody's here. She doesn't like it. So anyway, we need to figure that out. Maybe you can talk with the family about their plans. I don't know if they have anywhere to put any of this stuff. Worst case scenario, they need to make quite a few dump runs, or or they wait on it. I mean, that basically, like, if you guys don't want to choose any of those options, I guess what I would have to do is lock you guys out and then get rid of it myself, and keep a tally of how much money that costed, and then take that off of the principal. So once I get everything out of here, which is going to take some time, then I figure out, okay, how much did that affect me financially and everything, and then we figure it out. So it's just kind of a mess, and I think we all kind of had a feeling it might come to this, because basically there's been almost no progress, and it's been 3 months. There's been a little bit of progress here and there, but really, this stuff, with some resources and some help, this stuff could have been all out of here, in a week or two, but it just hasn't happened. So anyway, I just want you to know this is an issue, and I'm really having my hands tied, because it's the lender's money. He's lending it to me, and he's saying he won't give it to me until we have this situation really figured out, where the worst case scenario isn't going to happen to us. Worst case scenario being, hey, we give you the money, and then we never hear from you guys again, and there's all this shit that's still here that we have to spend a lot of money to get rid of. Other part of that is the lender doesn't want there to be any reason for you guys to come back.